Today on Forbes, here's how much Donald Trump is worth. What's Donald Trump really worth? Everyone has an opinion, but Forbes has the answer. $5.1 billion, according to our most recent tally, updated in March. It's been quite a year for Donald Trump. 12 months ago, his political prospects were shaky, his financial future nightmarish. He had an estimated $413 million of cash on his balance sheet and a $454 million fraud judgment against him in New York State. Trump did what he does best. He fought, he sold, he won. The result? America's 47th president has more than doubled his estimated fortune, from $2.3 billion to $5.1 billion. It's quite a comeback for the former and now current president. How did he do it? By taking advantage of his diehard following. First, Trump sold shares of his money-losing social media platform, leaving him with a stake worth about as much as all his real estate combined. Then, he pushed his crypto offerings, which added hundreds of millions in liquidity. Trump learned long ago that delays can be as valuable as victories. Admitting he could not afford to pay off the $454 million in cash, Trump's legal team suggested an appeals court waive or reduce the bond amount. Courts don't always grant such grace, but they did in this case, dropping the requirement to $175 million and staving off an asset seizure. Then Trump showed why he is the greatest salesman in American history. The day after the courts extended a lifeline, he took his social media venture, Truth Social's parent company, public. It's not much of a business, a few million in revenue, tens of millions in losses, but that didn't matter to Trump-loving investors, who bid up shares to unconscionable heights, gambling on the absurdity of it all, and adding billions to Trump's fortune in the process. The mania faded, with the stock 72% off its high, but it never disappeared, leaving Trump with a $2.6 billion stake as of March 7th, the day Forbes locked in prices for its annual billionaires ranking, which comes out today, Tuesday, April 1st. That boosted his net worth, but with Trump hanging onto his shares, it offered no liquidity. So he got to work hawking a bazaar of other items, Bibles, sneakers, guitars, chipping away at the problem, until he solved it by selling the most absurd product imaginable, Trumpified crypto. He started in October with a project named World Liberty Financial that targeted crypto newbies with tokens that cannot be resold and vague promises of a, quote, financial revolution. He's listed as chief crypto advocate, while sons Eric, Don Jr., and NYU freshman Barron are marked down as Web3 ambassadors. Barely anyone took notice until Trump won the presidential election a few weeks later. Then, spurred by a whiff of deregulation and $75 million of purchases from crypto hypester Justin Sun, others piled in, ultimately sending an estimated $390 million, or roughly $245 million after tax, to Trump. Days before his inauguration, the president-elect unveiled $Trump, a digital token that did not even pretend to be an investment, but offered gamblers another game to play. Plenty did, generating an estimated $350 million in trading fees and dollar-tied crypto for entities connected to him. Trump's exact take is murky. He has a partner in the project, an entity reportedly connected to Bill Zanker, an old friend who co-authored the 2007 book, Trump, Think Big and Kick Ass. But it's safe to assume the president walked away with at least $110 million after tax. Trump still owes that fraud judgment, and while he appeals, interest accrues, pushing the total to about $500 million. New York State Attorney General Letitia James probably doesn't want 40 Wall Street anymore. It's deeply underwater, thanks to cratering values for office towers and a big loan against the property. But it's hard to imagine that Trump, suddenly flush with nearly $800 million of estimated liquidity thanks to the sale of his tokens, is too worried about the building or the Attorney General. He's a crypto king now. However, even without that, he's still a billionaire. His real estate investments portfolio alone and his golf clubs and resorts portfolio are each worth $1.1 billion. For full coverage and to see a full breakdown of what Donald Trump owns and what it's all worth, as well as the entire 2025 Forbes World's Billionaires list, check out Dan Alexander's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.